Hello and welcome to the brand new video. Today we are exploring the wonders of satellite. Do you know what they are and their vital purpose in our world? Satellites are man-made objects that orbit around the Earth or other celestial bodies. These objects are used for various purposes, including communication, navigation, scientific research, and military surveillance. Satellites have become an essential part of our daily lives, as they provide us with a wide range of services that we rely on heavily. In this video, we'll discuss what satellites are, how they work, and the different types of satellites that are currently in orbit. We'll also explore the various purposes of satellites and their importance in today's world. What are satellites? Satellites are artificial objects that are launched into space to orbit around the Earth or other celestial bodies. These objects are typically designed to perform a specific task, such as transmitting data, collecting information, or conducting research. Satellites can vary in size, shape, and purpose, depending on the intended use. They can be as small as a basketball or as large as a school bus, and they can weigh anywhere from a few pounds to several tons. Satellites are launched into space using rockets, which provide the necessary speed and altitude to enter into orbit. Once in orbit, satellites use a combination of gravity and their own propulsion systems to stay in a stable orbit. Satellites can orbit at different altitudes, depending on their intended use. Low Earth orbit, LEO, satellites typically orbit at an altitude of 120 to 2,000 kilometers above the Earth's surface. While geostationary orbit, GEO, satellites orbit at an altitude of 35,786 kilometers above the equator. Types of satellites. There are several different types of satellites that are currently in orbit, each with its own unique purpose. These include communication satellites. Communication satellites are used to transmit signals for television, radio, and other types of communication. These satellites are typically placed in geostationary orbit, which allows them to remain in a fixed position relative to the Earth's surface. Navigation satellites. Navigation satellites are used to provide accurate location information for navigation purposes. The most well-known navigation system is GPS, Global Positioning System, which uses a constellation of satellites to provide location information to users on the ground. Weather satellites. Weather satellites are used to monitor and track weather patterns and provide accurate weather forecasts. These satellites use a variety of sensors to measure temperature, humidity, wind speed, and other weather-related data. Earth observation satellites. Earth observation satellites are used to monitor and study the Earth's surface and atmosphere. These satellites can provide data on things like land use, ocean currents, and air pollution. Military satellites. Military satellites are used for intelligence gathering, surveillance, and communication purposes. These satellites are typically classified and operated by the military. Purpose of satellites. Satellites serve a wide range of purposes and are used in many different industries. Some of the most important purposes of satellites include communication. Communication satellites are essential for global communication. They enable people to communicate with each other, no matter where they are in the world, through television, phone, internet, and other types of communication. Navigation. Navigation satellites, like GPS, have revolutionized how we navigate and travel. They provide accurate location information that can be used for navigation on land, sea, and air. Weather monitoring. Weather satellites are critical in monitoring and predicting weather patterns. They provide data that is used to issue weather warnings, make evacuation plans, and prepare for natural disasters. Scientific research. Earth observation satellites provide valuable data that is used by scientists to study the Earth. I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching today's video. Like the video and subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos.